The turnout was good again tonight at Game Nest. Lots of new faces and some out-of-town people as well. In total, there were about 45 people. I love seeing the new faces, and it's usually people who are returning back to competition after being away for a while, now that the Smash on the Switch has been announced. But tonight I ran into a player named SpaceGirl, and this was her first tournament ever. She was with a couple friends, but I couldn't catch if they were really new or not. It was an odd feeling not to be the newest person at a tournament, though. I'm always the consummate noob. But she was as green as I was just a few months ago. She didn't know the maps or how to strike, and I smiled to myself remembering that first tournament of mine where I just got completely bodied. So while the experience made me feel like a new player, I was thinking about how much I've learned over the last 7 months of competitive play. I was feeling the pull of being a veteran and still being a noob at the same time. It was an odd feeling. But knowing what it's like to go through and have to start at the beginning, I tried to be as friendly and welcoming as possible, just like everyone was to me. I told her I was also new to competitive play. And I told her that I thought the seeding was probably off because 2 people as bad as we are should probably play against better players and lose right away. We had a good laugh about that one. Anyway, I said all this with a sense of humor and kept an easygoing nature about the nature of competition and the tournament tonight. So we sorted everything out and started, and she beat me. Shit. I swear to God, I am garbage. I knew I should win this set. This is one of 4 times in my competing where I knew I should win. Of those 3 other times, I've lost 2 and won 1. And this is the issue I talked about a few months ago about tournament nerves. This happened to me at Genesis and when I was in Utah. I knew I should win. Knowing I should win causes me horrible anxiety and pressure. I can't fall back to the, oh, they're better than me. And as it happened, just like at Genesis 5 and just like at Utah, my heart raced and pounded, my hands were sweating, and I died and lost the first game. I lost because I played stupidly. I played like I regularly play, against better opponents. I throw out attacks, and I only throw out attacks, and it's difficult for me to break that habit. I do a cursory look at my opponent's strategy. But after I died, I had a huge epiphany. I realized what I like to call the truth of Papa Pollo. Now, Pollo is our best Marcina player in Vegas, and the person who actively got me to become a Marcina player as well. He says that Smash4, and I don't want to say this is just him claiming it or he's the only one, but he's the one that regularly preaches this to the rest of us Marcina players. It's that Smash4 rewards patience, playing slowly, and playing defensively. So I took that to heart after that loss in Game 1. And because I recognized myself in her, and I saw how I throw out attacks, because she was just throwing out attacks. The crazy thing was when they hit me and I died. So I recognized that, and it was exactly like watching myself play. So in games 2 and 3, I switched up my style and tried to play the more defensive route, tried to play the smart route, tried to watch for just attacks being thrown out and then punish them. It was ugly. It definitely wasn't a pretty set, but I took back games 2 and 3 and won. I finally won my first set in Las Vegas. Now, if I'm honest, it's not how I wanted to win. I wanted to beat one of the players who've consistently beat me, but it didn't happen that way. After the set, I received some messages online and in person. A couple of people asked me about the win. I wasn't trying to downplay it, but I definitely wasn't as elated as I could have been, kind of containing my enthusiasm for winning that first set. And So Good Pop, speaking wisely and way beyond his years, said, Don't say anything. Just enjoy the win. It doesn't matter who it was against or how it occurred. A win is a win, and you should feel good. And I was like, damn it, he's 100% right. So I took his advice, shut up, and enjoyed the first win. My next 2 matches just went like they always do. I forgot everything I just learned 10 minutes ago and played like shit. I lost 0-2 and 0-2. I swear, I am seriously garbage at this game. I have real issues when it comes to bracket and tournament nerves. I need to figure something out with that because it is driving me nuts. I can play confidently and I can play well in friendlies. You get me in bracket and I crumble. And it's weird because I don't feel like I'm putting a bunch of pressure on myself, but I must be subconsciously. I must want to really, really win. and get better and be able to compete and trade sets, trade games with these guys that have been just beating me for the last 7 months. I'm going to look into some other stuff. I picked up some books on tournament nerves, not just in Smash, but about competitive play in general. I picked up some strategies, talked to some people about the ideas of yoga. So I'm going to see if there's anything that I can pull together that will help not just me, but other people with tournament nerves and how to approach it. But I think what I'm going to do now is, again, going back to that truth of Papa Pollo here, I'm going to minimize my other goals and focus more on becoming a player who can play patiently and react to my opponents. I'm going to be working on that in my grind sessions over the next 2 weeks. I'm going to remind everyone I play with to call me out, and I'll probably start playing over Wi-Fi again, which I absolutely do not want to do, but I'm going to do it. I just can't keep playing like a noob if I want to get better and start winning and having confidence in my bracket play. If anyone would like to do some grind sessions, hit me up. Like I said, I want to start doing some Wi-Fi. You can check out my progress in esports at beyondbetapodcast.com. Follow me on Twitter at SteveJShockey, and subscribe to my YouTube page called Beyond Beta Podcast. The official Twitter account for Beyond Beta Podcast is finally up. It's at Beyond Beta Pod. But bear with us as we get everything rolling. Have a good one.